Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We have a really cool rifle to talk about today. There's a good chance you have not heard of it, but it is a cool rifle with a cool history, and we're going to get into it now, so stay tuned. All right, this is the Evans repeater. It is a 44 caliber repeater made in the 1870s. This was manufactured by Warren Evans, a dentist from Maine, and his brother George helped him as well. They initially created this rifle for military applications, specifically for the American military. Now that contract really didn't work out. They did sell some to some other countries as military weapons, but later they changed their strategy to be more toward the commercial market, and they also changed their cartridge. So this was only manufactured from 1873 to around 1879. And in those 6 or 7 years, there was quite a bit of change. You can find this rifle in a lot of varieties, different barrels, different stocks, and different magazines. The original one came out and the magazine held 34 cartridges. And the magazine is of specific importance, and we're going to talk about that later. But it held 34 cartridges, and it was in the proprietary cartridge of the 44 Evans Short. This would have been the one geared mainly toward the military contracts. Later, when they shifted gears to the commercial market, they changed to the 44 Evans long cartridge. Obviously, just a short cartridge that they lengthened, giving it more powder capacity, making it a little bit more of a substantial round. It would be better suited for hunting, for instance. With that longer cartridge, it could only hold around 26 in the magazine. Now I believe you can also have one in the action and one in the chamber, having a total of 28. But this is one of those later versions for the commercial market that shot the 44 Evans long and held 26 cartridges in the magazine. Now you might be saying, where is this magazine that you're referring to? Well, it's in the stock. In this stock is where the magazine is. You load it from the butt, and there's a helical, kind of like an auger magazine that runs through the butt all the way up to the chamber. Every time that you cycle the lever, it rotates that helical magazine in there, which has 4 rows of bullets. And so each time that you cycle it, it twists a little bit and moves each bullet forward just a little bit. Now there are pros and cons to this. The pro is if it's fully loaded, you have 26 cartridges ready to go inside that buttstock. And if you have the original that had the 44 Evans Short, you have 34. That's a lot of firepower on the go, ready to go. And if you can imagine yourself back in the 1870s having that much firepower in a rifle, you would have much more firepower in one rifle than pretty much anybody else. A lot more than the Henry rifle. The downside is if it's completely empty and you put that first bullet in there, there is no spring that pushes it forward. It literally has to go through all 26 slots to get up to the chamber. So if you wanted to shoot just one round in this, you'd have to put it in the buttstock and cycle it 26 times to get to the chamber. Now some versions do allow you to put it in the loading gate here, but really, once it's empty, it's kind of a beast to get it loaded again and to get it ready to go. So in the big scheme of things, it was not a successful rifle as far as military or commercial applications. But as a cool piece of history, it's really a unique, awesome rifle. If you read some of the literature and the marketing that was out at the time, they're very high on it. They talk about it being one of the most accurate rifles of all time, up to 1,200 yards. And in the right hands, I'm sure it could do that. But despite its exaggerated marketing, it really is a cool rifle. A well-built, cool American rifle. The sight, of course, is a kind of a tangent slide sight that you can put at different, distances. To unlock the lever, you simply turn this wing nut and then it loosens it up. The hammer is actually what's underneath here. This is the hammer that goes up and strikes the cartridge from the bottom. Pretty cool. Now, it'll be no small task to find any of the Evans 44 longs or 44 shorts, and I'm sure that they're not cheap. But if you've played the game Red Dead Redemption, that is one of the games on there. Now, it's just a game, but it's cool to see that rifle in action in its historical context. Pretty cool. I want to thank the owner of this for letting me borrow it to do a video on it. He actually has used this multiple times hunting, killed deer and different game species with it, so that's really cool. But this is a historical, unique American rifle that I'm proud to be able to look at and make a video on. Have you played Red Dead Redemption? Have you used the gun on there? Have you seen one of these in person? Have you shot one? Do you own one? Any type of comment that you have about this? Just your general thoughts on the rifle. I'd love to read about it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm actually going to do a little mini series with a few more really cool, unique rifles coming up. And so subscribe to see those videos as well. Hopefully you have a great day. Until next time, take care.